Around 9.5, I started altar serving. I served, my first parish I started serving was St. Mark's up in Huntersville, and then I served some daily masses, and luckily I've been able to have the advantage of being able to serve at many different parishes, and so that's been a blessing. I've loved serving. I've tried to take every opportunity I can of serving. I still serve as much as possible. I love serving because I just feel how important it is, and just being there and serving, and just the most important part of the day is just being able to take that time to give back to the Lord. And I feel like that's just a very small way of me being able to give back service to God and how much He's done for me. Just being able to help the priest perform this super sacred Mass. The role of faith in my family was rather large. Thankfully, I am one of 7 children. I have 3 older brothers and 3 younger sisters. I'm the middle child smack dab. And my parents have definitely made it a really big priority to really raise us strong in our faith, and I thank them so much for that. Going back to being homeschooled, I was able to go to daily masses, and so my mom would bring me usually Monday through Friday every day to the early Mass, and our whole family would go on weekends, and we would just be praying throughout the days and making sure we'd say our prayers at the proper times in the day, and that just kept building the strength, and that they laid a really good seedbed for me to grow my vocation. I first learned about St. Joseph's College Seminary through a good friendship with Father Kalf, and several of my pastor at the time was Father John Putnam, who is a formation advisor for the seminary, and just was able to come to a lot of diocesan events and help altar serve. And so I was really getting good hands-on contact with the guys. I was really able to build a friendship with them and the priests, and really wanted to get in this awesome organization. Back in October, I was able to come and visit. I actually visited the same day as one of my fellow Delta brothers, David Cruz, and we just had an amazing time just being able to really see how engaged they are in their prayers and how serious they take it to make sure that that's the prior and top highlights of their day. But then they also take the times of building up the brotherhood, but also not just working on spiritual and mental fitness, but also physical. And so they went out and played sports. So it was just this full action-packed day. And I was surprised that this was just one of the days of a week. So I told my parents around, actually when I got back from Kovadi's days this past summer, when I was 17 and a half, so 2018, that I wanted to go, and this is where I really felt where God was calling me to go. And they were just filled with joy. And because they had kind of known deep down that I had been discerning this for ages, because I used to tell them all the time that, I'm not going to get married, Mom, I'm going to be a priest. And so they kind of like, well, we were kind of expecting this, actually. And so they were filled with joy because they knew that I had worked hard to discern, and that they had kind of saw it, but they didn't bring it up to me. And so they allowed me to come to them and let them know. And it really helped. My 2 oldest brothers are engaged, and then my next older brother, Luke, who's 2 years older than me, is entered in the Bravo class to St. Joseph's College Seminary. And so we kind of split the 4 guys halfway, with the 2 older off to marriage and the 2 younger to seminary. And it was kind of this nice split off. And they were really happy with that. I was just following where God was, I really felt where God was calling me to go. I kind of got mixed reactions from my friends when I told them that I was going to be. I wanted to be a priest and wanted to go to seminary. Some of them were like, yeah, well, no big surprise. Then a few of them were just kind of shocked, and they were like, I never knew you were discerning. They knew I was saying a lot of prayers and stuff, and they weren't really too surprised, but they just had no clue that I was leaning towards the priesthood. But that kind of changed until about senior year, and where almost everybody knew that I was set to wanted to go to seminary, and so it really helped because a lot of them encouraged me to keep going, and if you feel like this is where God's calling you, then you should try your hardest to work on it. I think the biggest difference that's happened for me is that I've been a lot more joyful. I was just very stressed before seminary that what if I do this, what if I do that? And I've really realized being here that it's not just you make a wrong step, you get whacked or something like that of that sort. It's where everyone's just trying to build up each other, and especially the priests, they're just there to help you build up. And so I've been a lot more joyful, more smiling as really much as possible. And so God willing, they'll be able to realize that I'm really happy with where I'm at.